Today I'm making Shami Kabab. I have received many requests for this recipe, and usually Shami Kabab is a Pakistani recipe. You make it with the beef, but you have an option that you can always make it with the choice of your meat, such as lamb, goat, or chicken. So let me tell you guys what I'm using for this recipe today. Okay, over here I have about 1 pound of lean beef chunks, boneless, no fat, no bones, and about 1/4 cup of yellow split pea lentils or chana dal, 2½ teaspoons of coriander powder, 2½ teaspoons of cumin powder, 2½ teaspoons of garam masala powder, 2 teaspoons of salt or according to your taste, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper powder or according to your taste, 5 to 6 dried red chilies, optional, 1 medium onions roughly chopped, 2 eggs for egg wash, the patties, and half of onions, well this is separate from this onion, finely chopped, 1 large garlic pod. I usually use garlic paste, but today I'm out of, so I'll just throw it just like as it is. About 2 teaspoons or 2½ teaspoons of ginger paste, and some oil for shallow frying, some water to boil the meat, and over here I have about 1 or 2 green chilies chopped, optional, and half a bunch or a little bit of chopped cilantro. Now these 2 items or ingredients are optional. I'll tell you at the end about it. Alright, another thing that I want to let you guys know that you're going to need food processor for this recipe. It is must. Or other than that, I don't think so you can make it, or you have to do it by hands in those mortar and pestle thing, which is going to require a lot of work. Alrighty, we're going to cook the meat separate than our lentils or yellow split peas. We're going to cook both of them separate. I'm going to turn on my stove and then add the meat. About 2 cups of water, 2½. Well, this is the first time I'm using this pressure cooker. Usually I use the other one. And I'm not sure that how much moisture this pressure cooker requires. So this is my first time making on this pressure cooker. Okay, after the meat, add the onion, garlic, ginger paste, cayenne pepper powder, salt, coriander and cumin powder. I'm going to add a little bit of this garam masala now, and the rest towards the end. And those dried red chilies. Mix everything well. Okay, normally a lot of people make this recipe with ground beef. Well, to be very honest, I tried many times to make it with ground beef, but it's very hard for me to keep the shape while making the patties because it keeps on breaking apart on me. And a lot of other people that, I have heard the same complaint, that they say, how can you keep the shape? And I tell them, I do not make it with ground beef, I make with big chunks. We're gonna cook this meat for about 35 minutes in pressure cooker. And over here, adding your lentil, you look the peas, add water until it becomes fully cooked. And make sure while you're boiling this that you're not gonna cook it to the point that it becomes totally a mush. I'm gonna boil it for about maybe 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm gonna keep on check on it. Do not cover the lid while you're boiling it because it will overflow and the froth will make a big mess on your stove. Just leave it up. Okay, let me check on the split peas if it's fully cooked. Okay, it's a little bit tough. Maybe I need to boil it for another 7 to 8 minutes. I think it's ready. Yes, it is ready. It's not a mush, but it's fully cooked. I'm going to turn off the stove. And over here, we're going to check on our meat. Alright, let's check on our meat. It looks like it's, oh yeah, it's almost fall apart tender. Okay, if you have a little bit moisture left, just like this, we have to get rid of this moisture. Okay, now I'm gonna leave it on the stove for about 7 to 8 minutes on high heat to dry up all this water or moisture or juices, whatever you want to call. And over here where I have extra water in this lentil, I'm also gonna throw away this extra water. Okay, you see, all the moisture is pretty much gone, but I am not going to make it very dry. I need at least this much of gravy in the meat. And at the same time, I'm going to add the boiled split peas in it. I'm not going to cook it, just going to mix it well. So the lentil should absorb all the spices and the flavor. Turn the stove off. Okay, I'm gonna let it cool for probably 15 to 20 minutes to cool off, and then I'm gonna throw it in our food processor. Alright, now I am going to throw this meat mixture in our food processor to make it sure it's properly locked and secure. Okay. Make sure you don't add a lot at the same time, otherwise your food processor is going to get stuck a lot, or it won't leave, or it will leave lumps. Okay, I can see some meat pieces still in there, so just move it with the spoon a little bit like this. And do it 2 more times. Okay, yeah, it looks like what I want it to look like. Take it out. Okay, the meat mixture is ready. Now, from out of those 2 eggs, I'm going to whisk 1. And add this whisked egg in the kebab mixture. Over here, you have to use your hand. Add the chopped onions, the optional cilantro if you want to add. You can add. If you don't like it, don't add any. And I'm going to leave out the green chilies because my kids cannot eat very spicy kebab. If you want, you can add. It's optional. And the remaining of garam masala powder. The reason why I did all the garam masala powder in the beginning, because after when it's cooked, it will lose all its fragrance and aroma. You can barely tell if it's any in there. So by adding it towards the end, you can still smell the fragrance of garam masala. Alright, now this is how you make the patties or kebabs out of this mixture. Take a little bit of cup of water like this, dip your hands in it, make your palms wet, get a dollop of the meat mixture, and make it in your desired shape and size. You don't have to worry about the thickness because the meat is already cooked. So when you fry it, you don't have to worry about it, that if it's too thick, it's not going to cook all the way from inside. What you can do is, this is what I do all the time. I have always these kebabs pre-made in my freezer. I fry them and I lay them on a non-stick foil on a tray like this and leave it in the freezer. I have those big freezers. If you have those regular ones, you can just lay them on the plate and freeze it completely, and then throw them in those Ziploc bags and freeze them. Keep them in your freezer. It's good for 2 to 3 months. Okay, now I'm going to egg wash all of these kebabs or patties, just like so. Alright, over here I'm going to turn on the stove, leave it on medium-high heat, and add a little bit of oil in your pan. Remember, it is going to be shallow fry. Okay, our oil is pretty much hot. I'm going to add these kebabs one by one in the pan. We're gonna fry it on each side pretty much about 2 minutes to 3 minutes, that's it. Okay, these are all ready and I'm gonna take them off in the pan. Over here I have this kitchen towel underneath to absorb the excess oil. Our Shami Kababs are ready and I hope you're gonna give it a try. I'll see you guys with another recipe. Do not forget to subscribe. You guys take care. Bye-bye.